But I feel like I'm just in time because, well, no, I'm not just in time. I'm like almost a month late, but I'm still excited because we got all the JPOG dinos. Right, there you go. We got Dryosaurus and Homalocephaly to complete the full roster of 25 dinosaurs from the original Jurassic Park Operation Genesis video game. And we're gonna put them in the park. This is actually good news because now I can have Gallimimus over here with the Paras, right? And them, and then in here could be Dryosaurus, Kentrosaurus, and Alrhenosaurus. Another good thing that happened is, let's go over here because I don't think I showed it. The terrain tools have gotten better, but this is, like I said, I'm way late. I just never got a chance to showcase it. Look at that. Oh, you don't know how so much better this is, how much so much better this feels. But I hope you in my stead, like while I've been gone and everything, you all been good. Like this Friday was kind of hectic because it was going good, but my bus died on me. But I did see a good movie a few days before that too. But I'm pretty sure y'all want to know what I mean by bus dying. So basically, what happened was I was picking up my kids from school. It was the PM time to take them home, right? Cool, my brackies are ready. So in the midst of me driving, right, I just pulled off from the school, pulled around the corner, and as I'm braking to stop at the stop sign, the bus just shuts off. Now this is the second time it's done that to me. It did it once last week prior, I think like last Monday or something like that. Now usually the reason a bus will even cut off like that is because of like engine problems, so to speak. It's like designed to shut down to protect the engine so you don't keep driving and further damage the engine. So well, in that case though, when that will happen, you will see like a golden triangle, and that will let you know that the engine like is clogged with its exhaust is clogged, which can happen from idling the bus, which is like letting the bus sit and just run, like you're not driving it, it's just sitting in a certain spot for too long. And if it does that for too, like if you do that repeatedly for too long, like let's say, I won't even say like a week, let's say you did it for a period of maybe a few months, eventually that yellow triangle will pop up on the it'll pop up on the dashboard, and then it'll let you know, oh, the exhaust is full. And in that situation, what our mechanics told us to do is you got to do a park regeneration, which is you kicking out all the exhaust from the tailpipe basically to free up the engine, that way the bus can start driving better. Because if you don't, then it starts kicking off all this fumes and like carbon monoxide and whatnot, and that's what my bus was doing. But unfortunately I wasn't the reason, well not unfortunately, fortunately I wasn't the reason for why it was doing that, you know, for why it was having these basically idling issues, because there was people that drove the bus before me and they messed up the bus by idling it and actually from driving it too slow. I mean, if you drive it too slow, that like the speed limit is 20 but you doing like 10 or something like that through a neighborhood, that eventually mess it up too. But yeah, so it died on me and I was just sitting there like, and the other kicker was because my radio, right, it doesn't really transmit properly. I don't know what it is. On some of the buses our radios suck ass, and there I go cussing again. I'm trying not to cuss, which brings me to my point. Another point objective. How about you all take a look at the bottom right as I introduce you all to Mr. Swearometer or Swearometer. he's gonna be there to tally how many times I cuss in the episode. That way I can see just how bad it actually is. If it's as bad as my girlfriend says it is, and sometimes I think it really is because I don't really be monitoring myself like I should. I hope the brackies like it in here, but if the Chimeras like it in there, the brackies should, because Chimerosaurus is way more picky than the brackies. But yeah, so I was like, what, just 10 minutes, 15 minutes down on my route because of the radio's not working. Like, it took forever to finally get through. And the messed up part was dispatch didn't even try to reach out to me, even when they heard the other drivers asking if I was okay, because, you know, is there something wrong with your bus? And I was letting them know, you know, yeah, my bus just died on me, like, you know, out of the blue. And where's the other bracky? Got them all, right? Yep, got them all. Yeah, dispatch didn't bother to, like, radio into me to see, okay, where was I at and all that. But like I said, eventually I got through to them, and yeah, we got that stranded away, and I felt a coworker helped me out. I forgot to set this to light storms because this is what we're dealing with now. So get ready. And yeah, I mean, that was light compared to other things. Like, there was this one time I was doing a charter and I was coming back from Brookfield Zoo and it decided to start raining. So I'm like, okay, my window fogging up, I'm gonna hit my defrost, I'm gonna turn on my defroster, you know, clear up my window. Then my defroster dies right as I'm getting on the expressway. A major expressway is that. So I'm clearing away the windows, trying to see not have an accident. My girlfriend was like, you do know the whole time you could have just turned on your fans and just had the defroster, you know, defrosted for you, right? I was like, damn. And that method actually works. Let's see what we got here. We got wetland, steppe, rainforest, alpine. Now this is pre-update from the new sandboxes, because in the sandboxes it gives you all the skins and everything like that. So that's pretty much cool. So other than the challenge mode skins, I think I still have to go out my way to unlock those. We'll see. No, I can't test it here. Duh. I just forgot that fast. This isn't from the new sandbox. But yeah, it gets hectic sometimes when you're driving these buses. But if you do what you're supposed to do, everything turn out all right. Like it go like it should. If you pre-trip your bus, which is, you know, making sure everything is running right, like it. You know, I keep saying like it should, but make sure everything's in working order, you should be okay. But there's always things that you can't account for, and that was one of them. Like, I did address it to the mechanics the week when it happened last week. I told them that it died, but it didn't die again. Like, it continued through the rest of the week fine. So I thought I was all in the clear, but imagine if it had did that while on the expressway. That would have been insane. And that's because Friday, which was yesterday, yeah, me and my girlfriend, we took this school to Legoland, which is probably exactly what you think it is. I've never been inside, so my current cognitive thought of it is still a big store full of Legos, and it may just be that, and it may not just be that. Let me go feed my Stratusauruses before they have a problem. Damn, the Homalocephales cook fast. Well, that could be the incubation, but I think they cook just as fast as Struthies, and that's saying something. Where are my Ceratosauruses? Oh, there they go. Up there. Alright, let's see our Homalocephales, why don't we? Damn, you was tiny. It was right. Beaverman was right. This man is really, really tiny. This might be the smallest dinosaur in the game next to Troodon. Can it fight Troodon? I forgot. Cause I know I saw him do it, but I don't wonder if he can fight Troodon. I meant to go to the other skin because I wanted to see how the wetland skin looked. I remember these from Game of Beavers, and then the rainforest skin. This is one of the reasons why the rainforest skin is my favorite. They have very good rainforest has one of the best skin patterns that you'll see, you know, on almost any dinosaur. Like take the Struthia Mimus for example. Oh, that don't look too bad. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, what was I about to say? I think it has something to do with the Homalocephaly. I can't even remember. Yeah, the intros is pretty quick too. Come out, chitter like a little bird, and then they on their way. Okay, so social is all that matters, and population is fine. So what is their social? So I know not to make too many. 10. Okay, cool. Cause I want to make a few more to go in here with the Pachycephalosaurids, Saurus, because they're all Pachycephalosaurids. Yeah, okay, they're at max social. So how about we just make 4 more of these guys? Like, they're so tiny, you want to be able to see them. And I have this thing where I like to basically make male and female versions. Like the rainforest will be the male version, as they're as I like to say, they're the more colorful ones. Or in this case, these probably be the more colorful ones, but I'm going with the rainforest will be the males, and this will be the female variants. Even though I know all the dinosaurs are female, it's just something extra to do, right? Alright, so I gotta make sure that my brackies are doing okay, because I don't want them going crazy. Yep, yeah, they're fine. Cool. And they're good. We're gonna make some carnivores again soon. Like really soon, probably this same episode. I just want to get this. You're so tiny, it's almost hard to tell if I'm shooting them in the face or not. There we go. Well, okay, so I did mention that I said I saw a movie, and the movie was pretty awesome too, right? So let's talk about that while we get that set up. Get this exhibit set up for our Rhinosaurus and Kichosaurus and them. Now this movie I saw, it was called She Hate Me, and I really thought the movie was some type of spelling error. I'm looking at it like, don't they mean she hates me? But no, it was She Hate Me. And I came into the movie kind of late, like I say maybe 20 minutes late or so, but they ended up clarifying some things like towards the end of the movie, so you get the gist of what's going on. Oh yeah, you can do this to the path now. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's nice. And the lights still stick there, so you don't have to worry about it like being a weird ass path going through my sand. Yeah, I'm with that. I am with that. Just a little, and then put a little grass right there and stuff. Because y'all know I'm finna put my little rock stuff down. Y'all know I can't stop that. I'm addicted. Yeah, this patch is just the sand for them. That's their little sandy land. But alright, so basically what happened in this movie was the I keep forgetting the guy's name, but I was talking to Tunics and Night of Green about this yesterday, and you know the guy from 8 Mile that rapped against Eminem, he went by the name of Papa Doc, but then he got exposed and his real name was Clarence, and his parents had a real good marriage. Well, basically though, oops. He was the main character in it, right? He works at this facility that was it was like pharmaceutical, like from what I got the gist of it, they was trying to find a cure for like HIV and stuff. And what would happen was him and his mentor, they was really close to finding the cure, but the success rate on the, I forgot what it was called, but the success rate on the supposed cure was like a 70%. It would actually, I think, cause fatalities on some of the patients. So what ended up happening is they wanted to take it back to the drawing board, but the company he worked for was like, no, you know, this needs to come out now. Like, we can't wait any longer. You know, they want to push it out because of greed. They figure 70% is better than 0%. So, you know, let's get this moving, you know, package it, let's get it out there and start selling it to people. Because they wanted to be the first ones with the cure. Like, it was better to be the first people with the cure than wait to actually have a cure that works completely and thoroughly, but, you know, possibly being the last to the finish lines, so to speak, even if though your cure works 100%, rather than somebody who's, you know, 70 or even 30, right? So they ended up like firing him because he blew the whistle on it, because he basically whistleblowed. They called him a whistleblower in the movie because he tried to expose the people that was exploiting the product, basically. So he ended up getting fired from his job and all that, and the next thing he knows, he's trying to take out some money because, you know, you gotta live, you gotta eat and take care of yourself, right? And they froze his account. The bank didn't do it. His job froze his account. How many feeders I got in there? Just one? I'm gonna need more than just one, and we got what in here? Just grasses? Okay, so we're gonna put another one in there real quick. I'm gonna get to the point of why I really like this movie, because in the end he basically ended up winning. Like, oh come on, that is nowhere near the dinosaur. Can I turn it? There we go. And after they froze his account, he threw like a major fit. I mean, understandably, right? Like, wouldn't you be mad if they froze their account too? And then all of a sudden, now you can't get your hard-earned cash? Hell yeah, I'd like to imagine you be upset about that shit too. I could have did that with the Ranger on my own. That's, you know what, that's what we're gonna do. It gives us something to do. Right now, unfortunately though, I had spent most of my time flipping between that movie and like the Travel Channel, because it's October and they were doing this thing called Ghosttober, where they're airing a whole lot of like paranormal shows, more than they already do. Like Travel Channel is like it's like completely paranormal. Like USA is nothing but Law and Order now. So it was kind of weird for them to be advertising like they're gonna be doing a whole lot of ghost stuff on a Travel Channel when they already do that. But I digress. They got all the dinosaurs right here. But so somewhere in between me flipping the channels, right, he meets up with his ex-wife, who is a lesbian, because in the flashback they showed they were supposed to be getting married, and he happened to walk in on them. Right? Ah, what kind of dinosaur is the Drysaurus? We gotta make it and find out. We gotta make it and find out, because I need to know what kind of plants it can eat from. What if it didn't benefit at all? That'd be kind of sucky. So how about, yeah, Drysaurs can be vivid and wetland or arid. I don't know. Right now, let's just make 2 vivids and see how they look. Two vivids. I'm thinking I might make the vivids females though, but basically like, oh, okay, getting into it, they're supposed to get married, but he had walked in on his girlfriend, whose name is Fatima, but the way it was spelled, you think it would be pronounced Fatima. I'm used to it being called Fatima. I'm pretty sure it was really supposed to be called Fatima, but they called her Fatima. I thought it was hilarious. I thought her name was really hilarious. And you know, he walked in on her having sex with another woman. So instead of reacting, oh no, I can't say reacting like a known person. Me personally, I'd have been like, look, either I get some satisfaction out of this, or ain't nobody getting no satisfaction out of this. You know, either I'm jumping in or something, or this chick gotta go. Like, seriously, this can't continue without your boy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that looks pretty good. Wow, Dryosaurus, look at you. Missing Forest. 1 of 22. That's a big social group. Nice. Nice. So that's definitely a callback to the JPOG. It's iguanodontid. Okay, Dryosaurus is in the iguanodontid family. Okay. And we're getting our first big storm, people. So what we're going to do is get those guys going. And now I want to make a few more Dryosauruses real fast. Step, arid, or wetland. How about arid? We're gonna put some faith in arid. That's what I'm doing. We're gonna put some faith in arid, and it should come through. Now they're iguanodontids, so they won't get no bonus because Kentrosaurus and Tyrannosaurus, they don't mesh. Their paleobotany needs are the complete opposites of each other. As you can see, there's nothing I can do. So they don't get that pen won't get no paleobotany specifics from it. I like how people are still trying to go in here. Let's fix this, shall we? Could have been worse. And I imagine it's going to get worse. But yeah, so that's basically what we learned from that. That's why, you know, why they're divorced and everything, right? But I don't know what happened to it. I'm sure like he told her what happened with him and his job and whatnot. Okay, let's see what Eric looks like. Come on, Eric. Eric don't look too bad. There. Okay, so I might have to make the Eric the female version because it looks, yeah. Compared to that, yeah, it's like the female version of that skin. So that's what we're gonna do. That's the Eric is the females on this one. Well, excuse me, I deeply apologize for that. But like I said, I don't know what happened in between that because I was watching the Ghost Adventures, I believe it was Ghost Adventures, and then when I remembered, oh yeah, I gotta get back to my movie, I clicked back to it. But what I can get from the gist of it is, because when I clicked back to it, he was surrounded by all these other lesbians, and I don't know what went down in between or how he got there, but it has something to do with his girlfriend for sure, because basically she ended up pimping him out to the other lesbians, and right, and they wanted to have children, right? But you know they can't have children because they're both women, and you know both women can't reproduce. Well, you know, two women can't reproduce on their own. So what ended up happening was they ended up asking him, you know, he ended up being solicited basically to get these lesbians pregnant, these women pregnant, so they can have kids. And there was a contract involved where he was not responsible to take care of it, and they would pay him $10,000 for this, man. $10,000. But the contract stated they got 4 tries, and if they couldn't get pregnant after the 4th, you know, contraception or something like that. If the fourth contraception failed, they would get their full refund back. Like, cause the money went straight, like, I would like to say the money went straight to the girlfriend, but it was scenes where they was handing him the money, but that was insane because he was getting all kinds of girls pregnant. He was, you know, black girls, white girls, Asian girls, Mexican girls, Italian girls. The Italian girl was in the mob. The funny part was, she said not all, you know, Italians are in the mob, you know, and this bitch was totally in the mob. Like, totally in the goddamn mob. And her dad had like this big asphyxiation with the Godfather, like I don't know, cause like I said, I was switching in between the movie and Ghost Adventures and stuff like that, but I felt like he was trying to sound like him, cause it was a scene where he was rehearsing the like the scene from the Godfather and all that. But yeah, and here's the kicker though, his job found out what he was doing. How they found out though, I don't know. He was trying to wonder, no, he even said like, how do y'all know this? And the lady that came to talk to him said, you should be more worried about how we know. Not how we, no, I think she said that we know or how we know. Yeah, she said you should be more worried about the fact that we know. And that was crazy, you know. Then so that was she was letting him know, because I'm guessing they was like cool while he worked there, but she was letting him know that his job was going to use that when they took him to court for trying to, you know, whistleblow basically. And she was telling him to be careful and whatnot. And next thing he knows, he was heading out to go somewhere, and he gets picked up by the Italian chick's dad's peoples, because like I said, they were affiliated with the mob. So he ends up getting taken to meet the dad, basically the Don, and that's where he gets the whole Godfather spiel and all that. And what was I supposed to put in here? Gallimimus, right. Gallimimus. Because they can eat the same thing the Paris is eating, right? Let me see. Conifers. Can I add something that they can eat? Yep. I can add palms, because Gallimimus is supposed to go in here, so we can add palms to that. So let's send a ranger tame in, people. Where's the other feeder? Oh, there isn't no other feeder, so I'm gonna have to make one for the galleys, because they're gonna get hungry. Like, they're gonna get really hungry, because there's gonna be a lot of them. Right there. Come on. Palms and conifers. Alright, so basically the dude, when the police were staking him out because of it, because I'm guessing they went to the police or something. Like I said, once again, I'm repeating, I wasn't paying full attention. So they ended up grabbing him after they caught him with the the Bonacera family. That's what they was called. That was the name of the Bonacera family. Because after staking them out and seeing that he was with them, they ended up picking him up and throwing him in jail. He stayed in there for about a year, long enough for his ex-wife to deliver the baby. Well, long enough for him to find out that he successfully got his ex-wife's girlfriend pregnant, because she wanted to have a baby with Fatima too, as a way, you know, to bring her. Her name was Alex, so another way to bring Alex herself and Fatima together. Alex figured, okay, I'm gonna try this baby making thing too, and she gave him like what, She mentioned 5,000, but I seen everybody else paying 10,000, so she might have got to cut a deal because she was Fatima's girlfriend. But eventually she got pregnant too. But he was in jail long enough for her to for Fatima to give birth, and then. Well, he was in court like during right after trial. His trial with his former job. Alex gave birth. And let's see, Gally Mimus, Tyga and Rainforest, only 2 skins available because this is what I had prior before the update. I like Tyga because of the green little patch it puts on the back, and like it. Rainforest is a little bit more blue on the Gally Mimus overall, but I think Rainforest would be a little bit out of place, wouldn't it? No, it's going in there with the others. So we're gonna stick with Tyga to match it with the Parasaurs. So, but basically, when he was in trial, though, what they was trying to do was stick him with the blame for what was going on with the company. Like they're trying to say. The person that's really at fault here was Clarence, even though his name in the movie was John Henry Armstrong. I'm calling him Clarence because that's what he is. That's what I've known him as ever since 8 Mile. So no matter what movie he is in, what name he's got, the man's name will forever be Clarence. Holy shit! There's a Dryo over here. I am sorry. I'm sorry, Mrs. Dryo. This just over here like. All lonely and shit. Like, this is no good, heifer. It should go down to 1 hit, right? Yeah, 1 hit. That's what I thought. So let's just get it moved over here. And I'm really surprised that the other people ain't what's his name, the cabinet and them, they ain't say nothing about the Dryosaurus and nothing like that. This is my actual first time hatching these dinosaurs and letting them loose into like the park and environment, but they haven't said anything. That's interesting. Maybe they only do it in the main story campaign now, I don't know. But yeah, so they was trying to stick him with the blame and all that, but Clarence, he knows his history. Like that's one thing that if I can like really state is it's good to know your history. It's good to know like all your laws and your rights. That way if you ever find yourself in a legal bind that somebody else is trying to put you in, so you know that they're trying to shift and throw on you, it's good to know all your laws and stuff like that so you can better fight the system. It increases your chances of coming out innocent instead of being looked at as the guilty party, mainly because, you know, he was black. That's what they was trying to stick on him. Oh, well, he's a black disgruntled employee, so yada, 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 you know. And he ended up linking it or comparing it to the Watergate scandal. Or was it Watergate or was it Blackwater? I'm gonna say Watergate scandal with Nixon and all that, right? Because he had the disc with his mentor's notes on it, like his mentor did like live journals and stuff like that. So what he had on there was his mentor going on record saying that the company was forcing him to just push the cure even though it wasn't ready, because they wanted to be first and they wanted to make money. So the court it got interrupted because, like I said, Alex ended up going into labor during that. But during that whole scene, it was clear to see that Clarence was winning. He was winning. Even when they tried to throw the fact that he had had sex with all these women and was basically involved in this illegal what's it called? Because they basically equated it to prostitution, because, you know, that's basically what it was. Even though they're two consenting adults, right? You're two consenting adults. And it was written down on contract, legally saying that I wanted him to get me pregnant so I can have a baby. He does not need to take care of this baby. This was solely for my benefit only. It's illegal. And it's only really, and it was really only illegal when you think about it, because the government wanted to stick their hand in it. That was just the way to try to take the money from him. Basically, that's what I got out of that. They was really after his money. Because honestly, that's not hurting nobody. It's different from, that's way different from sex trafficking. You know what I'm saying? But even though they tried to stick him with that, he quickly dismissed that. And when they try to say he was affiliated with the mob, he quickly dismissed that too. Because he admitted, he said, yes, I did that. He said, and while I'm not proud of what I did, he said the situation that I was put in by you all left me with, you know, very little choice. What was that? Holy shit. Missing forest. I don't got no forest in here. All right. I am so sorry. Okay. For this little deserty field, how about some palm trees, just for some diversity, right? I completely forgot about the fact that they need forests. Like, how dumb can I be? Don't answer that, YouTube. Don't answer that. I don't need a reminder. But yeah, okay, so he turned that on, like saying he was proud of it, but it was the job's fault, which it was, because they were being assholes. And then when they tried to connect to the Bonacera family, he said, I would like to go on record and state that you refer to the Bonacera family as a mob. He said, I don't know them as that. He said, I'm just a friend of the family. Basically, because, you know, I messed around with the daughter. So that basically, because I guess they was trying to, you know, they was trying to put them away, but by him saying that, that cleared him of any trouble that he could run into, because, you know, the Bonacera family, they was there to make sure they wouldn't get implicated in his mess or the situation that he was in with them. You know, basically, if he snitched, he was gonna get stitched. But as I stated earlier, again, Alex went into labor, so they tried to rush her out. He tried to go and, you know, be supportive of, you know, his ex-girlfriend's girlfriend. But, you know, the police grabbed him because, you know, he's in jail and stuff like that, and he's in a court hearing. He's really not allowed to leave just because somebody went into labor and stuff like that. Regardless of your affiliation with them, they're not gonna let you leave, so they threw him back in jail basically. But she delivered a healthy baby. I think they both had boys, right? Or did they, I know Fatima had a boy, but I can't remember if Alex had a boy or a girl. And eventually though, when he went back to court again, the other judge, the black judge, deemed that a man with 19 kids, mind you, said a man with 19 kids should not be in jail. He should be working. He hit that gavel, he like, bah, go home. And everybody cheered and whatnot. And then this is where the kicker come in. This is really why I say he's winning. Even though all that was winning, because he just beat the system and all that. But this is why I say he was winning. Because this man approached Fatima and Alex and said he wanted to be in their lives because, you know, while he was in prison, he had did a lot of thinking, and he said that they both were his drive for to be better, that when he got out, he wanted to be better for the both of them, because even though it was Fatima's idea, I'm pretty sure, to do this. Because she was the reason I say that, because she was bringing him the money. Like, she was handling the contract and all that. So I'm figuring she's the motherfucking pimp. She's basically the pimp. This was her idea. And even Alex said that when her and Fatima got into an argument, this was her idea. So even though this was Fatima's idea, he said he still, you know, he basically felt like shit and all that, because, you know, Clarence had a conscience throughout the whole movie. Me, I'd have been like, shit, I would have been having fun. Shit, that looked like nothing but fun. You heard me? But he wanted to support Fatima, Alex, and their 2 kids because, you know, they're all the kids are his, but he specifically wanted to take care of those 4. And Fatima was moved by it, but at first when it looked like Alex wasn't going to be moved by it because Fatima walked up to him and they hugged and then they kissed. Then they both held out their hands for Alex to come join them. Like, they were like, come Alex, you know, right? Come join us. It's like, it's okay. This is okay. Alex walked over and she, you know, she was unsure. I mean, wouldn't you be unsure in a situation like that? Like somebody's telling you, look, I want to be with the both of you, right? Wouldn't you definitely be unsure? Like, this got to be some type of trick. Like, you got to be playing some type of game. There's got to be some type of angle, right? But Alex basically gave in. I think she gave in because she did it. Really, she did it for Fatima because she loves, you know, she loves her. She loves Fatima, so she figured, okay, if Fatima's gonna give this a try, if she's willing to trust that this is going to be a thing that's gonna work, I guess I can do it too. That's basically what it was. So this is like Fatima and Clarence ended up kissing. Then Fatima and Alex ended up kissing. And then no, that's not what happened. Because after they hugged, then they held out their hands for Alex, and then what happened was her and Fatima and Alex kissed first, and it was like Alex was trying to really pour on the passion, right? And then Alex and not Alex, then Fatima and Clarence kissed. Then Clarence and Alex kissed. And then it just cut to the next scene was showing that, you know, they were doing well. They were living well, doing great. This man went from basically what he felt like losing it all to getting it back again and then some. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure he still had the money from, you know, what he did with the other women. So not only did he have all that money, because you gotta remember, outside of Alex, these other women was paying $10,000. He had 19 children in total because I think that the Italian girl ended up having twins. So that means 18 women, right? Yeah, 18 women in total, if I'm doing the math on that correct. Because you would think that he had 19 kids by 19 women, but one had twins. So I'm guessing, yeah, 18 women in total got pregnant. And he don't gotta deal with none of them because of that contract. Just Fatima, Alex, and they 2 kids. And he got all that money. And then I'm gonna reinstate again, and he got 2 with me. His girlfriend got a girlfriend, basically. Am I jealous? Hell yes, I'm jealous. Nah, I did watch that with my girlfriend. And she was like, this movie is something bullshit. And I was like, this movie is perfect. She was like, yeah, that's some type of shit you would want. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, I'm not even gonna lie. Shit. I'm a guy. Yes, that's some type of shit. If I can end up in with an ending like that, hell yes. I mean, my girlfriend could do a check her head. She was like, see, this is the shit I gotta deal with. I was like, yes it is. Yes, this is the shit you have to deal with. Why they all over here? But yeah, like, if y'all even though I just really went and spoiled the movie for anybody that hasn't seen it, I do apologize for that. I should have said spoilers before I started this movie, but I'm pretty sure in editing that will be there. Hopefully that will be there. But still, even if you haven't seen it, I recommend y'all just check it out anyway. Just check it out anyway. I'm pretty sure y'all like it. It's a pretty decent movie. Oh yeah, these guys. Okay, so that's 12 Gallimimuses. So all we're gonna need. So let's get Kentrosaurus in here. What skins Kentro got? It looks like they remodeled the basic skin. Like, hold on, go back. Look at that. the basic skin looks different. I think cause Frontier does go in like on updates and change like the models of the skin texture and all that, and sometimes you don't notice it, but when you do, it stands out. Indoraptor. Let's just throw Indoraptor in the park just because now. But it was a really good movie. That was a good movie. I'm hoping to go see that Joker movie though, because I'm really interested in it. I feel, you know, they're basically doing the Venom route. How Venom, it was a good movie even though it didn't need Spider-Man, but you have to change the origin story though in a situation like that with Venom, because Venom became Venom because of Spider-Man basically. So they had to change the origin stories for that too. And well, I'm guessing that's what they're doing with the Joker, because this is a Joker story, so there's no Batman in it. It's about Joker and how he became the Joker, even though Batman was basically the reason of why he became Joker. It's steppe, alpine, arid, wetland. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get wetland and basic controls. So let's just make 2 of them real quick. 2 controls, oops, and then we're gonna get the basics in here. Basically because I want to see if they changed the skin pattern. I don't think they did, but well, we're about to find out. Oh, come on, just drop them. But if y'all have seen the Joker movie, like, was it good? Like, what was y'all thoughts on it? Because I'm really interested in seeing it. Like, I already have my top 5 movies for the year though, and they are from, and like I said, this is just my opinion, but for me, from least to greatest, my top 5 is from 5 to 1. 5 is Lion King, and that's because they could have done better with it. Like, I don't know, I felt like James Earl Jones was the only one like trying per se, and that's because, you know, he came back to reprise his role as Mufasa. This is nothing new to him, and I feel like he delivered on his part. But I feel like everybody else is just a little meh. I'm gonna watch it again, right? I'm gonna watch it again, give myself more chances with it. But overall I was disappointed with it because Lion King is my favorite Disney movie of all time. Okay. You better not be trying to break out, you little troublemaker. Let me find out you trying to break out. You better not be. Wait. No, they not. No, they not. Okay. Woo! All these feeders. But yeah, I was overall, as far as live action goes, like there's been better movies like Jungle Book. Like, why couldn't they do what Jungle Book did? To me, Jungle Book was a success with live action animals. And Lion King was just like a big old flop. Like, it's like y'all build up this hype and then y'all just gave up. Like, y'all, it's like they said, fuck it. Somewhere in the production of that movie, they just said, fuck it. And that's why it's so low on the list. Like, I was expecting Lion King to be in my top 3, at least like number 2. But it wasn't. Now moving on, number 4 for me was Spider-Man Far From Home, and that movie was good. I was not disappointed in it. I enjoyed Spider-Man Far From Home. That movie was handled pretty nicely. I'm liking Tom Holland as Spider-Man. Like, I really haven't liked a person as Spider-Man this much since Tobey Maguire. Like, Andrew Garfield, I got used to, and I would have been all right if he was still playing Spider-Man. But I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I do. he does a good job of giving me a Tobey Maguire kind of feeling, basically. Oh, got a storm coming, people. Number 3 was John Wick Parabellum, the third John Wick movie, and once again, it's number 3 mainly. It's number 3 because that movie, it wasn't bad, but because of my other 2 that takes priority. But no, John Wick, the third John Wick movie, it was nothing but it was non-stop action. That's what I liked about it. It's like as soon as that movie picked up, it did not stop. It was like a runaway train of just pure action and kick-assery. And that's basically, you know, that's basically what John Wick is known for. But I just felt like this time when they did it in this movie, they outdid themselves. Number 2. What was number 2? Number 2. What was number 2? That's interesting how I forgot that fast. Okay, number 5 was Lion King, 4 was Spider-Man, 3 was John Wick, 2, what was 2? Yeah, this is it. It looks pretty nice, honestly. Oh my god, I can't remember what the second movie was. God, I can't remember what the second movie was. It wasn't It, because I had already made my top 5 before It Chapter 2 and the rest of the movie came out. This was earlier this year for these movies, like second quarter, right? This is like basically the beginning to middle of summer. That's what these movies were. I can't remember what it was. But if I do, I'll put it down there, like right. It'll pop up on the screen and let you know what the second movie was. But for me, my favorite movie of this year was Godzilla. Godzilla King of the Monsters kicked ass, and it was for the reason that that Lion King. It was one of the reasons that Lion King failed at. Where's the problem at? Hold on. It was saying something needed to be repaired, but I am not seeing it. No, I'm not seeing it at all. Is it still on there? No, but yeah. Oh, I forgot this was over here. So yeah, you're gonna have to make that trip, buddy. Just go way over there and repair. I forgot about that. But yeah, Godzilla King of the Monsters took the cake for me. It was the best movie, right? Well, for me, it was the best movie of the year for me. I remember now, my second favorite movie was Endgame, Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame, the best. That's gonna be the best superhero movie ever. Nothing DC can do would top that, because they've ruined their franchise by trying to hurry up and be the Avengers. They're not pacing themselves, so they've already ruined their extended universe. Just as much as Marvel has ruined their chances with Spider-Man. But Godzilla, because one, I'm a big Godzilla fan. I love Godzilla anything. I like what Legendary has done with the franchise, the direction they took it in, and because of course they put the it was the big four: Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, and Ghidorah, right? And as you could tell by my channel name, Ghidorah is my favorite monster. I got into Godzilla because of my uncles and my grandpa. Like, my grandpa's favorite monster was Rodan, and my uncle's favorite monster, no uncle that passed away, rest his soul. His favorite monster was King Kong, which Godzilla will be duking it out with in the next movie, which I'm ecstatic to see. Honestly, I'm excited for that. I can't wait to see them duke it out. That movie even had facial expressions like the animals didn't show facial expression. They went for too much realism in the Lion King. That was the problem. Like, there was some facial expressions in the Jungle Book, right? That's what sold the that's what sold you on the animation of the movie, made it believable. When Shere Khan and Bagheera and them was talking, and Shere Khan was talking about his disgust of Mowgli at the water hole. That right there, that was believable, because there was some facial expressions. There was no facial expressions whatsoever in the Lion King. It was just animals that could talk. It was like the wild thornberries without the wild thornberries. Basically, that's how I felt. I was disappointed in that movie, to say the least. Well, Godzilla, but yeah, Godzilla's my favorite movie because I like the direction it's going in. The pacing was good, the monster action was good, the lore is fantastic. It's a brand new world, while at the same time keeping certain things the same. You know, just changing what needs to be changed to fit the story of that specific universe. They ain't going all out the way and being all too radical like Roland Emmerich did with his version of Godzilla. He just got lucky that it was able to spawn a successful TV series. Now, with that being said, both the film and the TV series I do like. But I'm not going to say that it's still, you know, the best Godzilla movie, because it's far from it. Like, shit, it's not better than some of the Showa movies, but it is still better than Son of Godzilla and Godzilla's Revenge. It's not better than Godzilla. Oh, is it better than Godzilla? Okay, Godzilla fans, honest opinion, is the '98 film better than Godzilla vs. Hedorah, or nah? For me, I'm in the middle. They're both, that's about the same to me. Although the '98 version could have benefited from sticking to his original script and fighting a monster called the Griffin. And for people that didn't know, like Zilla, as he's now called, he was originally supposed to fight another monster, but Roland Emmerich scrapped that brilliant idea and went with this other idea because, you know, America has to kill every goddamn thing. We gotta kill Kong. The Japanese can't kill Godzilla, so somehow we can. Nah, there's a reason there's God in his title, right? Right. And also, I hope y'all enjoy some of the new tracks that I've been playing. I was able to stop by my grandmother's house because I don't know if I mentioned to y'all that my computer is on the fritz. Like, it is really no good to me at this point. Like, I was using it for the stop clock to time myself on these episodes, make sure I'm like 45 minutes in or so, but at this point, I'm just talking till I feel like I've reached a good point in the episode, which I do feel like we're about to come to a close soon. But yeah, I was able to get some more music tracks, and really I needed a music track is because for my new series that's coming up, like Hell Creek Park, I definitely needed some more new music tracks. You know, just a few to touch on, and I'll grab more as I can as I go along. But okay, people. I'm glad to be back and doing this. We just added some new dinosaurs. I apologize that we haven't made a new exhibit. In the next episode we will do that because we're either finna get some velociraptors or some Dilophosaurus in here, and we're gonna get our first big carnivore too. And then after I do that episode, we're gonna switch to heavy storms, and then we're gonna have a real hard time, basically. So, like, comment, and subscribe for more people. This is Super King Ghidorah saying I'm always going to be here to bring the content to you guys. And if y'all can do it as a personal favor to me on my YouTube channel, there's a section on there called RLG. It's short for Real Life Gamers. I appreciate it if you could show my fellow YouTubers, Serene Mind, Doug, Glowbox, and everybody on that list some love. And another member that we have added, I didn't get a chance to add him on there yet, King Aslan. Aslan of Valor. I believe he hasn't changed his name yet. He says he's gonna change the keys to Aslan, but it should still be Aslan of Valor. I'm gonna try to link that down in the description or something, however way I can. Like, subscribe to him too, please. Like, just as a personal favor to me.